The team wanted more payload on every truck. That sounded like a math problem. It was not. The load planner had one version of reality. The truck loader had another. When the office and the dock work from different data, max load becomes a target people talk about, not a result they can repeat. The load planner could see the orders, but seeing the order is not the same as understanding the plant. Dock space, product shape, forklift flow, staging limits, and loader behavior all change what can actually be built. A plan made away from the floor can look efficient and still create work the dock cannot run cleanly. The team planned around a perceived truckload. 40,000 pounds felt safe, but the equipment could often carry more. That conservative rule became a ceiling. The truck did not fail. The assumption did max load starts when targets come from measured equipment, not inherited habits. Some carriers bring lighter equipment. That means more legal payload. But if the load plan treats every truck the same, that advantage disappears. The shipper pays for a carrier that can haul more, then builds the load like it cannot. Max load means matching the load to the actual equipment assigned. The item master quietly decides how much freight a truck can carry. Wrong weight, wrong cube, missing stack rules. Each bad field becomes a smaller load or a dock-level surprise. Max load does not begin when the forklift moves. It begins when the system has product data the floor can trust. A pallet may fit in the trailer and still be wrong for the load. Some products cannot sit under weight. Some should not sit beside each other. Some need a specific order to avoid damage. If those rules live in someone's head, max load depends on who is working that shift. The rule has to be in the process. The pallet footprint looked simple. The product was not. Overhang changed how freight behaved inside the trailer. A normal loading pattern gave away space or created damage risk. The fix was not a bigger truck, it was a better pattern. Sometimes max load comes from knowing when the load needs to turn. The team raised the payload target. Then, the dock started misconfiguring loads. Trucks came back. The plant pushed to lower the target again. That is the trap. A higher target without better guidance turns savings into rework. Max load needs both. A more ambitious plan and a floor that can build it. The load plan can be strong and still fail before loading starts. If available to promise is checked too late, the dock discovers cuts after the plan is already released. Now the team has to rebuild, substitute, or ship short. Max load needs preload validation. Confirm the freight before the trailer plan hits the floor. Truck loaders see the small failures first. A pallet that should move earlier. A stack rule that does not work. A pattern that slows the forklift. But if that feedback never reaches the planner, the next load repeats the same problem. Max load improves when the floor becomes part of the planning loop. Max load failed when planning owned the target and loading owned the consequences. The program worked when the KPI became shared. Planners spent time at the dock. Loaders saw the cost impact of their choices. Once both teams were measured against the same outcome, max load stopped being a handoff. It became an operating model. The win was not one perfect truck. It was the operating model behind it. Accurate data, real equipment limits, clear loading guides, preload checks, live adjustment, feedback from the dock, shared KPIs. That is how max load becomes repeatable. And when it becomes repeatable, trucks disappear from the plan